The video. I'm here on WW2, and if you guys are noticing, I had 8,000 credits last time I played. There's a reason I have little credits. I'm not gonna show you. I'm just not gonna show you. But for real though, it's a very long pause. Anyway, but pretty much I'm gonna go play a couple I'm gonna start out with zombies, and I'm gonna head over to multiplayer, of course, and level up because I need to play this once a week at least. Round 50, hopefully after next week. So after next week, like Christmas, after Christmas, my dad wants me to do round 50 on about that time. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna stream after the day after Christmas, quite often, because I'm pretty sure I'll be adding some new games to the arsenal of stuff that I already have. So I'll be able to play this and still enjoy the game. As right now, I'm downloading a map, which is, everyone saw me play it a long while ago. It's got about like 19 minutes. But essentially, I'm re-downloading the map that Nikki and I have, which is the Darkest Shore. I'll probably play on that later on. But I'm going to do round 50 on this map, because the other map, oh my god, it's too CQC for that. Like, this map's pretty CQC, but at least there's an area where I can hardcore train. The most training area that I can get to in, like, Darkest Shore are, like, some of these small areas, like, smaller than the bunker itself, kind of thing. Like, the main area where the box is. There's one in the same area. It's like the same situation. There's a box in the small area, so it's more like, it's a little bit bigger, but it's bigger. It's like right about the same size as the one in Tower, which is right there. That's not a whole lot of room, which, as you could tell, is probably really difficult, especially by my standards. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna play some zombies. Gonna practice today, and then I'm gonna go WW2. Now, it's been the last time I played this was actually like a while ago. It wasn't fairly recent. I played this a couple weeks ago. I think it was like end of last month was the last time I played it. But guys, Christmas is coming up. But if you guys are wondering why the title is like so weird, that was the point. It was supposed to be like, what is it? What is Huppy? Huppy is happy. I'm just screwing up the spelling intentionally, just for the memes. But I might play Fallout a little while again. I'm not sure. I figured I'd just take a break, go play some World War II. I don't want to play GTA right now, so I'm not gonna go on GTA for a little while. God, it's so hard to melee windows when you're one-handed. But hopefully we'll be able to hit higher rounds than we do normally. And if we get to round 50 in this won't count, but it'll be a good practice so I know what the strat is. But I will say, the thing that I got with the credits pretty much made sense, because you guys have been hearing me say I want it for a while, as it's one of the only other rifles I don't have. It could be the WIMS, or we'll just call it the we'll call it the rip-off STG, or the STG off bootleg, the bootleg STG. Man, I had a stroke. The bootleg STG, we'll call it that for now. Besides that, I'll be trying to work towards getting close to towards of everything else. I still, like I said, am missing one rifle at this point. I am missing 2 SMGs, so I don't have a whole lot of SMGs. I have pretty much all the pistols, all the secondaries in general. I still have a couple primary stuff I should probably get. I think I got about like 10 or 20 left. Somewhere around there. But there's still a lot of stuff that I don't have in this game, and I'm hoping they start adding more stuff. But the new Call of Duty came out, guys, and they're already on Season 1 for this stuff. And Rainbow Six actually got some new stuff as well. They got new ops. So hopefully I'll be able to see those when I come back to it. And yes, I intend to come back to it. It's just been like, when I left the game, it was so badly broken. Like, everybody was sweaty. Like, casual lobbies were sweaty. Like, sweatier than normal kind of sweaty. That's what I'm talking about. And that's not, like, I can't go into that kind of stuff. So it's like, don't do that. I'm frustrated. So I ended up deleting the game for a while. So it's like a break, I guess. I will, high chance, re-get it when I actually, you know, have storage. Hopefully, like I said, I'll have extended storage. I'm not 100% sure, but hopefully. So that's kind of on my agenda. Like I said, I might do a video on what I get for Christmas, because I know some people were really happy to see it, but it's only a video. It's not going to be a live stream like it was like 2 years ago, if I remember correctly. Because 2 years ago, I was actually able to stream on my phone. I can't do that anymore. YouTube screwed up its services so much to a point where you can't live stream on your mobile devices, except for like computers, which is ridiculous. YouTube fixed that. People really liked it, and then you screwed it up. Anyway, we already know where the box is as a first area. We just have to get in there. But what I am going to do, because I know this always tends to work, put 2 S mines in this general region, because I know I can't put any more than 2. Activate the light, it'll start up, all the guys will die pretty much. Whatever doesn't die, I'll just shoot. And then we have the money already to go into the door and everything, and I also have a mystery box key if I remember correctly. Why does it say, oh that's right, we have to go. We have to go down first. But other than that, guys, we should have a lot of fun stuff to do in this next couple weeks. Mainly, it's going to be a lot of video of, like, World War II and stuff, but World War II and Fallout, those tend to be really good series on my channel, from what I understand. But if you guys want to, give me a suggestion on what to do, give me a challenge. Like, besides round 50, that's already kind of in progress, is round 50. And that means in one session, round 50, so hopefully by this Christmas, probably after Christmas, I should be able to hit round 50, no problem, either by myself or with somebody. Hopefully Nikki's around when we actually do round 50. I already told him it's going to be after Christmas, so he needs to try and figure out a schedule here. As you guys know, he's been working out lately, so it's like, alright, well, you're going to probably be busy at these times. And in general, he's busy, supposedly. I don't doubt it, I'm just saying, it's like supposedly he's busy quite often. But even I'm not that busy. I make time. But, trying to think of what else I should say. Because I really, like, I'm trying to think what other things I should probably list before I go too far into the game. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. But, really, like, I see you guys like my content on 76. If you guys want me to go kill something in 76, let me know. I did find a rad scorpion that was like a legendary, it's like a 3-star legendary. I would have killed it, but I didn't have any stuff, and it was also a level 60. Like 62. I couldn't fight it, I tried, I sat there and died. And I ended up like locking myself in place and then died anyway. I died anyway. Stupid. And there's my lovely Type 38. Also, if you guys are wondering if I'm breathing heavily, I am a little bit. I have a little bit stuffy. Because, yeah, and on top of that, it's kind of cold and I just ate. So I'm not sick or anything, at least I don't think I'm sick. I mean, maybe I'm sick, I don't know. I'm dying a little bit inside, I don't know. And by the way, that's all jokes, I'm not actually sick, I know I'm not sick. I'm tired, that's for sure. So honestly, I might, like, either some part through the stream, just go get a soda or something. And then come back, or I'll do what I always do, just get some water. But I mean, like I said, it's cold. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'll figure out what I can do. But yeah, no one's really online right now, none of my friends, so I have like no friends right now online. I might see if one of my 76 friends, so my Fallout 76 buddies, want to hang out or something, and then we'll see from there. I don't know what else to say other than that, so it's like I'm trying to go with it. Proto X1, take that, I guess. By the way, guys, I don't keep these things, like I have them, but I don't keep them in zombies. Like if you notice, it has no sights. That's mainly because this thing just runs out of ammo too quick, so it's like a non-keep weapon. I don't keep this weapon. 36 rounds with double tap. Even without double tap, you end up like, unless you're doing what I'm doing here, trying to be extremely accurate, which it's an SMG. What do you want? It's a spray and pray weapon. This thing runs out of ammunition like nobody's business. And because like I'm a hip firing person in this case, I usually don't use sights on whatever I'm not gonna actually use for proper accuracy. So like rifles, they always have a sight. Mainly because I'm gonna use those sights to my advantage as they help me get accuracy and everything. But yeah, there's all kinds of stuff I still need to do to preparate. So it's gonna be a chaotic couple weeks, but honestly, it's like one of those things where if you learn the maps enough, you memorize every placement of things. So box, which placements are easy enough to come by. But now really the question is, like the pressing of the matter, what is going to be our main goal after round 50? There's really no main goal, it's just good luck. But Nikki and I both agreed if he's here when I do this, no crossbows and no crossbows and no freaking blunderbuss, because that literally crashes lobbies. We've tested it so many times it's not even funny, but it literally crashes your lobby, your game per se. If you want to say game or lobby, either way, but it crashes the lobby, not the game. Because this is the game itself. This is the gameplay. If it continuously crashed, I wouldn't have the content to show exactly that. But it pretty much just crashes your lobby, and it screws with you a lot because you're like, oh no, my lobby crashed. Now we have to start all over. So it's very annoying because usually you're doing really good when it happens. So I always try to avoid using the blunderbuss. This thing doesn't crash lobbies, it's just like too slow reload, not enough bolts. It's one of those kind of things. So we avoid using blunderbusses and other stuff like that. And I'm counteracting my point. We mean packed blunderbusses and stuff. Even like the packed stuff, we get we get all the good stuff on it. But I have free fire. This thing will literally crash the lobby because you're literally shooting infinite grenades at that point. Because when you pack the blunderbuss, it actually shoots grenades. Literally, I wish I was kidding. It shoots nades. It's like, boom, that's a bunch. It's like it's like 4 or 3. It's like 3 to 5 nades in one single blunderbuss shot. So it's really annoying to have to get it. So it's like, don't use that because it'll screw your game up. It'll ruin your progress. So I will say that, and that's like a warning to people who like the blunderbuss. Don't use it in zombies, regardless on how good it is in zombies. Like I said, it's pretty much explosive, yes, but is it gonna help you in the long run? Probably not, considering it might crash your game. Now, I don't know if they fixed that. I think they might have, because I haven't had it happen since, but we had Nikki and I get blunderbusses, and then one of our other friends got the blunderbuss, and Nikki and I fired while we were covering our friend, and the entire lobby crashed. Like, it's not like when you crash in, like when the lobby crashes in GTA and all the players just leave. No, the lobby full-blown ended the game on like round, what was it, like 40 or something like that, and we were just like, no. But I think at a certain point I'll just stop, because I actually do want to go level up the gun that I have, and you'll probably see it. But there was like a couple different guns, including rifles that I want, which includes variants of it. So it's like, pretty sure y'all already know, but then I say that and it might change your mind about what it is. But like I said, I still have a lot of stuff I want to do in this game. There's still so many things I have to factor in anymore on my streams, to a point where I have to figure out what's the best way to make this time. What can I do here to counteract this? Like in this point, we already know I play World War II a lot, so I already kind of understand the concept of every map, or at least the maps that I have, which is like Grostenhaus, this one, and then the one that I'm still downloading, which takes forever, but Darkest Shore. So those are our 3 main maps that I ever play, because I don't have any other DLCs on here. But you guys will see a lot of me playing like like I don't really play Grostenhaus because it's such a chaotic little room. Because that's literally what it is. The Grostenhaus is like a couple pieces of house, and that's it. I'm not dying to pests. And then I die to pest. I'm gonna clear some of these out. That's my first down today. I'm just trying to be quick because at this point I'm in a situation of, well, good luck. Also, if you saw that little glitch there. But yeah, hopefully I'll have more content every here and there, especially during the week when like school comes back around. Cause I seriously need to get more content out. I feel like every piece of content that I made, some of these, like this video might get about 10 viewers. And some of my other videos like Fallout 76, those get around, guys. They're nuts. I don't know why Fallout's super popular, but the Call of Duty series isn't. Cause everyone hated Fallout 76. Everyone. Even I talked smack about it, and most people have never played it, so they talk smack about it like they know what it is. But they have no idea. I always say this, and some other people have said it, but I'm one of the main people who keep saying it. It's better when you have friends. Like, all the way. Better when you have friends, because now you have perkful friend keeping. Like, y'all have this game, y'all get to have fun with it. And then you have like other aspects that I use. Something like when you're playing with friends, it allows you to have more options for what you can use to your advantage. Pretty much using your friends in Fallout is like what they're used for mainly. Your friends are like your assets. They give you supplies and you give them supplies. In like my case, Nikki and I don't know if we said this on stream or if we didn't, but we were 76, we a way to properly trade with each other, which is like, it's pretty much like a system. It's like a bank system, like a credit card system if you want to call it that. Any borrowed stuff you have to pay back. But we decided it's half price for each other, but for other people that we don't really know that well and don't really play with that often, we just say, hey, you gotta pay full price, you gotta owe us all this. Like for Nikki, we'll say like maybe this, and then some ammunition. We say that's pretty fair. Like, I don't owe him anything right now, and he doesn't owe me anything at the current moment either. He paid his debts last night. But essentially, we made a system like that where it's functional. We think it's pretty fair because with our friends, we don't want to pretty much break them when it comes to caps and stuff. So it's like that's like I guess I should probably let them know that it's probably going to be an alternate solution is that we use caps. Like I can't afford this right now. How many caps do you want? And then you can go do what in this. And I'm pretty sure he'll think it's a fair system as well. But we're both kind of along the lines of it's fair enough to where it's not cheaping each other out. But it's also one of those things where we're not making it too harsh on each other either. So it's a mix of not too harsh, but harsh enough. Like, you borrowed some of our stuff, you need to pay it back. We say that's pretty fair, and I'm sure people who've played with us understand the rule there. It's similar to what we do in the zombies. We make up a system that works for everyone, and that we think is pretty fair. So, like, if I'm playing with more than one other person, like, with people I know, we'll usually say, alright, person with most money has to pay for door. But if you've already bought 2 doors, then somebody owes you a door. It doesn't matter who. And we think that's still pretty fair, so we still use that system quite a bit, actually. So we still have that entire system where if we bought too many doors, you're going to have to buy one now, because we're not going to keep buying your doors when you have plenty of money. And a lot of people like to complain about it, saying, that isn't fair, you guys should be doing everything, because I have to do this and this. But they're like the least money-wise things. So like, going to get pack, we all agree to buy at least 1 door. And then one of us just owes another person a door. So it's like, whoever has the money for it, I'll owe you a door. So, because it's like a payback system, so it's like, you can no longer counteract this statement, and I can no longer counteract this statement. I owe you a door, and you owe me a door. That's kind of what the compromission here is. Like, we agree to it, and if some people don't agree, then we're like, okay, well then, you need to figure out something else that's actually useful with that money of yours, because we're not going to cheap you, and you're not going to cheap us. So that's where that situation is when it comes to playing with us. Don't cheap us or we'll cheap you. We won't allow you to live. We won't revive you that much. Be the teammate we are. We are a team. We are conjointed efforts people. So like Nikki and I, when we're doing heists, conjoint effort. If FaZe was in this as well, huge conjoint effort. So if you continue to like rip us off, make us pay more than we need to, pretty much anything like that, we're gonna throw you under the bus and we're gonna say, alright, well, when you die, you're dead because we're not gonna res you no matter what you say. And they always say, it's okay, I have this, this, and this. And we're like, well, eventually you're gonna run out, and then what? Then they realize we're serious about things. We get pretty serious about our gameplay, so don't mess it up, otherwise we'll mess you up by not... We'll give you the worst possible jobs. We'll literally tell you to be bait if we wanted to. And we have eventually actually done that. It doesn't sound nice, but then when you realize what it is and why we're saying it, then you realize, oh, they're being pretty legit though. So, like, honestly, if you guys are gonna play with us and stuff like that, please do your part. Don't rip us off, otherwise we'll rip you off. Like, because I know some of my channel is actually PS4 friends, or people who came from my YouTube channel to PS4 and they were looking for somebody to play with or something like that. It's the same concept. Don't rip us off, because the more you rip us off, the more we'll doom you, pretty much. So it's like, you rip us off, we'll make sure you don't survive long in the game. So... it's a very mafia type system, if you want to call it that, because if you guys have ever seen the mafia videos we made for the TPM stuff, which is our Phantom Mafia, that's one of the clans we actually are. We're known as the Phantom Mafia now. We used to be TZM, which was the Zombie Mafia, which a lot of people, I'm sure, which even my friend Nikki and some of my other friends said, would be from another clan, but we're like, no, we're a completely different clan. We're our own thing. We're a very small clan, but we're a clan, and we pretty much treat everybody as family. It's like Mafia is. You treat everybody equally with family. People who disrespect are usually punished. But we don't really punish you. We just say, alright, well, we'll give you a warning, and then you're going to start taking penalties. Also, there's the gun that I bought. Bought the AVS. I didn't know I could just claim it at this point. Anyway, but essentially, everything that we do is pretty legit. We try and keep it serious, so if you guys don't want to be serious in the game, don't bother being here, because you're just messing us around. So it's not that we're mean or anything like that. It's that we care. We try. We do good in games. But when you start messing around and you start screwing with our game, we're not going to be too happy about it, and I think everyone would understand that. Because I'm going to list this, and most people may not have ever played a game and are trying to figure out what the heck I'm talking about. Have you ever just tried... There's always that one person that likes to just mess around too much. If you have, I don't know what to say, just tell me. It's the same thing. We're telling you, hey, we're trying to be legit about this, please take this seriously, which is why, like, in high never able to complete them, because there's always that one guy in the game, that one rando, or that one person out of our friends group that doesn't take it seriously. Which is why when we do heist, I get so frustrated, is because I'm trying to get everyone to keep it serious, so we can get through the heist and we can get paid. If we can't even get through the heist because nobody takes it seriously, we're in this fine predicament of, well, now I gotta say, hey, you gotta knock it off or leave the game, because we're trying to take this heist seriously. We want money, we want to succeed, we want the stuff that comes with the heist. But most people don't take it seriously, so we have that situation that pretty much throws us under the bus, so we throw them under the bus. And we tell them off. Or at least I tell them off, because most of my friends will not mess with me if they know if someone on my channel or my friends list has done wrong. They learn very quickly that they are doing wrong and that they should probably knock it up, because there's no reason to go against somebody because of something else. Like, I've had people on my channel literally make fun of gay people, or say it's messed up to have gay friends, and be okay with people being gay, and their pride with it too. I don't understand why people are so against them. I understand, like, that's a thing, but some people take it too far, and they end up becoming very disrespectful about it. I hate people who do it, because it offends me when someone calls someone else gay and then says that gay people suck or something like that, because it's not true. Gay people are great. I have a couple gay friends. I have a bi friends. Actually, I have a lot of different kinds of friends, and it's ridiculous that I say that, yeah, but it's the same situation. They're all people who get made fun of because of their sexuality. There's no reason to make fun of it. It's like I said, it's like when I say if you have to talk about how big your schlong is, you don't have one at all. You're listing something that clearly isn't true, otherwise you wouldn't be bragging about it. So, if that's the case, don't talk about it. Don't make fun of it, because there's no reason if it's just gonna get you smacked in the face. I'm wholesome enough to say that I care about a lot of people, but when people go against, like, good moral, like, they go against good moral and go against their better judgment of what to say and what not to say, and sometimes they don't realize that's wrong of saying it, that makes them the bad person, and then no one's ever gonna like them. Like, I'm a pretty chill person, and I understand, like, a lot of this stuff I'm gonna say is probably gonna get me hated upon. I'm okay with that. I'm already disliked from several people. I've actually been like, none of the children in the community who are about my age and younger will actually come near me because I'm a witch. And apparently witches are bad and they're gonna kill you or something like that. No, that's just a misconception. Is there something wrong with is it wrong to have a religion? No, so don't judge me. I don't judge you for religion as long as you don't pull me into it. Like, I say that's pretty fair. If you're going to start trying to force me to become a Christian and talk about how much I shouldn't say this, and that, how the children don't come from sex, okay, well, that's your fault. I'm going to tell you off, and I'm going to say, well, here's the thing about your religion, and I'll list off something that I know is true because I've seen it, and people have literally tested it by science. Christians don't believe in science, or at least most Christians don't. Some Christians are smart, and they'll believe in science, or they'll use science to their advantage. But you cannot scientifically prove something that is spiritual, because the only way to do that is really like EMs, or what were they, the EVs, or however you scan for noises. It's something that they use a lot in paranormal things. They use like a radio, and it's specially made so a ghost can communicate. What is it? I forgot what it was called, a spirit box or something like that. Besides that, there's no way to properly test it, but it's the same thing, like the bloop. Supposedly it's icebergs, but it's coming near the Mariana Trench, which is one of those things where it pulls you into a lure thing, which a lot of people have had theories, including scientists, and scientists are still baffled by it, but they say the best possible solution is this, which is the icebergs. I don't really understand that one. I'm not super into politics, so when people talk to me about politics, I don't care to say anything, because if I say something, I'm going to get hated by either one community or the other. Like, recently, Trump is actually being, like, they've already been debating. Last night they started the debate about impeaching Trump. So I don't really care about politics, but I heard about that from my mom, and she looked at that, and they're just debating. And I'm like, I understand that that's going to take a long time, because they talk until someone loses their lungs. Or voice, whatever you want to say. But if it's all the same to you guys, I don't care about politics. You can talk to me about it, but I'm going to speak my mind in a truth way. Like, I could talk about Trump right now. I mean, I probably shouldn't, considering a lot of people's channels have just disappeared because they're against him. But it's still ridiculous. Like, if you're gonna be, you know, anything ridiculous on a channel or something like that, YouTube's the place to go. Like, there's no reason, like, I should be hated consistently because I'm okay with gay people. But there are some people in the world who think otherwise, and I say to them, hi, you're dumb. You're just another one of the homophobes. And don't be a homophobe, guys. Gay people are great, like I said. They're not rude, they're not mean, they're actually quite polite. But when you start disrespecting them, that's when they're a little bit more aggressive, which is why they don't like other people. Like, I have a lot of friends, and some friends don't like these genders or these genders. But then some people meet me, and they're like, oh, you're pretty cool. I'm a funny person. I make a lot of jokes. And yeah, sometimes they're a little overdoing, but it's a joke. People understand that, and if they don't, well, that's whose fault is that then? Not mine. I could explain the jokes too, and they'd all make sense, but some people either think it's messed up because I make Hitler jokes out of good fun, and that's pretty much what my channel is. It's a lot of messed up stuff. I play Call of Duty, GTA. I play a lot of games that a lot of people say make you violent. I'm not a violent person. I haven't gone up and shot up a school, and I live near schools. Plenty of schools. We have guns, yes. Doesn't mean I'll use them, except for at the firing range, which my stepdad even, like, understands. Like, I have a reason to use guns if someone's gonna break into our house, which isn't a situation out there. Like, out in Ellicott, we really don't have much of a problem with other people going in and robbing us. But if they did, I know where pretty much all the guns are, and I know they're loaded. So, in the situation being, that's the thing. So it's like, okay, well, this happens and this happens. If we get robbed, I know where the guns are and I know how to use them. The nice thing, though, is that these guns specifically, they're meant to mess you up. There's even a 12 gauge in the house. So it's like, if you're really gonna rob our house, prepare to die. You're dying tonight. What is up with this lobby with, like... Look at... There's a guy with a diamond weapon and he's still using it. This is why I don't ever play specifically people who have 100s, because like Type 100s, they're a good gun. I understand this. But if you're going to use it so much that a diamond one is all you have, and it's all you ever use, like you don't even use a pistol or a melee, you have no reason to be playing this. Like, I switch up my weapons so much, it's not even funny. But you guys can see, I change up my weapons. I change my styles quite consistently. Like, I'll use the lever action in this case. I'm very familiar. This sight I don't like, but I still understand that the gun itself is really accurate, and it's a sniper rifle. So, see, but everyone else... Like, I've been called a sweat because I've used a gold combat shotgun on a defense with incendiary shells. And I literally got invited to this party. This guy came to my stream and harassed me for like a good 10-20 minutes. He even went as far as to tell, what's your dad's password, which is like the most childish thing to do. If you're gonna say, what's your dad's gamer tag, so I could tell on you and say this, this, and this, they literally tried to falsify me. And guess how quickly I shut that down. I said, I've been streaming this entire time. You can't falsify anything, as I now have all the evidence on what happened from A to B. And that actually happened. Someone did come in and harass me for about 10 to 20 minutes. This was when my channel was still really small. But regardless, don't harass people because they tell you otherwise. Harass people only when they harass you. Like, I don't harass many people at all. The only time I, quote, harass people is when I decide to be a jerk on World War II or Battlefield or something like that. And that's when I start using snipers. Because snipers is like, it's not the most jerk of thing, but it is a hardcore thing for me to use a sniper. If I use a sniper, most people hate me. Mainly just because I know what I'm doing with a sniper rifle. Like this one, I haven't used in a very long time. So I'm a little bit I'm a little bit of a nub with it. But at least I understand what I'm doing. I understand the concepts of the sniper rifle. I understand how the recoil works. It's a bolt action, so I know how long it takes for me to put in another chambered round. I know all the aspects I need to know. All I have to do is make sure I have my sights lined up on them, and that I can actually hit my shots. And you guys know by now, if you've been on my channel for a while, I hit my shots fairly well. Look at this. See? Prestige Master. By the way, that's, is this that guy? Let's see, Little Wit. Yeah. Little Wit Bick, level 20. He's a Prestige Master level 118, 811. He's using, what is this? A suppressed weapon. Like, I'm using integrated suppressor, so I can't remove it. I can't fix it. Best I can say is that to start paying attention where your shots come from. That's like the one thing most snipers have a problem with, like enemy snipers. They don't know where their shots are going. They don't know how they're gonna hit them. They don't know this, or that. I do. I know my concept very well. See, like that, I knew if I dropped down, it would slowly give me that advantage towards its head. But I was aiming slightly towards the center mass, so I had to look up a little bit as well. But I understand what I should be doing compared to what I shouldn't do. For counter sniping or CP, or CS. Or like, well, CS could be Counter-Strike or counter sniping, but I counter snipe quite a bit. I'm a counter sniper. My part is to make sure you miss. See, he's camping with a full auto and still can't get a guy with a bolt action sniper rifle. This guy's having a problem with it, but he's also a Prestige Master and he sucks at aiming. I always know the difference between good players and bad players. This guy's using airborne with a heroic AS-44, but he has a 4-time optic, FMJ, and a grip. I don't consider that to be a good player for many reasons. One, he's crouch walking everywhere. That was a nasty shot. I don't feel bad for that. They really were sweaty, and you'll probably see that in some of these kill cams. Look at this. Carbon, gold, PPSH, gold, with extended mags, probably FMJ, not rapid fire clearly, but probably. But no matter what, when I use a sniper, I usually use something crappy. So a pistol, a melee, if I really want to, which is what I do with most snipers, I use a crossbow, because I want to get that thing gold. But once it's gold, I'm done with it until everything else is either gold, or I just want to continuously use that launcher. But the only way to get diamond on things is to get a lot of gold weapons, which means the guy who had a diamond, little weapon, little diamond thing. Now, I had 21 deaths, but again, Prestige Master, level 1, or 811, he's going to try and act tough. He's going to defend his bride and say he's good. See? They're saying they're good. They're not that good if you had to literally crouch spam people or crouch walk around every corner and stuff like that. It's not okay. You don't crouch walk around every corner. If you're going to be a good player, go by best moral. Like, I'm a good sniper. I use consistently a different sniper regardless of if I don't like it or not. But most snipers I will refuse with a fiery passion. Like, even this was just because I know they get behind me really quickly, but it's a primary. Even with Rifleman, which is supposed to help you switch faster, you're still going a little bit too slow with it. So I still have to take some time to pull it off my back, and then I gotta put away my stuff. It's a very time-consuming process. But even then, I'm a sweat. No. I'm not a sweat until I use the shotgun only. If I have a sniper, I'll use it to my advantage. In this case, I'm gonna prove my point. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna get rid of this completely. I'm only going to use 2 pieces of tactical and 2 pieces of lethal. Since this is a sniper class, I use S-mines. Who's honking? Someone I don't know. Anyway, but here's what it is. Whenever you learn, like this only has like 10 shots. I still need to get 7 Mountain Division kills, and I still need to get 4 Bloodthirsters, and this thing is gold. Then if I wanted to, I could work on the other launchers. Or right now, I can literally go off the crossbow and go work on the Panzer Strike, because this thing is going to be the worst one I have to do. As this thing is the most inaccurate. It's good, but it's the most inaccurate vehicles, which means planes, UAVs, which UAVs are really hard to hit as it is. But using this thing is so inaccurate. It says here, it's a free fire and it's good for taking out infantry. This is an anti-aircraft launcher, so this one's specifically meant for AA. Why is this guy honking so much? Go knock on their door, it's way easier. Anyway. But nonetheless, this thing has the worst accuracy and the worst thing. Like, this one's just as bad, but it also has 3 less damage. But with explosive crossbow, it makes it so much more. Like, you can die, you're still gonna kill them, because as soon as it hits them, they're just dead. So they can do their best to kill you, and if they do, haha, they got you, but then you still have them at that point. They lose no matter what if you have that crossbow. Even if they snuck up behind you with a shotgun and you shot before they shot, they kill you, okay, well that's fine because I still got you, and by the 5-second charge, boom, they're dead. So I'm going to show you, and pretty much one of the as sweaty, but they're still pretty sweaty. But essentially, I'm going to go do war. War, you have 2 options. Stay away, or fight from range. I try and fight from range, but if I really need to, CQC is my last resort, especially on this map. If I need to go CQC, I immediately pull out the riot shield with an SMG, not a shotgun. I used to do it with a shotgun, but that's only when I really need to try it. But for the most part, I stick along the lines of, I'll just use the SMG, as I'm a good person, I'm a good Samaritan. Shotguns are way more effective, yes, but SMGs have more rounds and shoot at such an effective rate compared to a shotgun that can be pump action, it could be the blunt, it could be any other shotgun. But if you tried to use a shotgun with a riot shield, you're not going to be as quick at reloading as an SMG. The SMG will outdo you. Same thing with like other 70% of this game. I'll show you guys. So I'm gonna go to my sniper. Why is this thing like so crap? Oh, but I'm on the German side, so we've already lost. I may as well just There's no reason for me at this point to start doing anything because currently the scores are completely unmatched. I cannot do anything to stop it. This is where I have no choice but to lose. Because they're planting bombs, we only have one thing left. We can't really do much against them. We've lost. Sure lost. See, and even with our guy who knows exactly what he's doing. See? See? Then there are these people. I don't understand why people use these charges so much. I don't like them. I don't get how other people can like them. They're not that great. They're just another thing. They're just another one of those things that are so useless. But what do? See, and he even tried to hit me and missed. All I have to do is place a couple S-lines over here and we're fine. Like if I go 1, 2, that's all I need. That's all our defense. That's all we ever will need. Unless this guy decides to throw another satchel charge in. But if you see, they're using gold weapons. Well, again, one of those situations where you don't care enough to try it, so you just let them do their thing. But you'll also see it here. There are so many dumb enemies in a certain amount of a game. That just makes it annoying. Like, this guy's a gold PPSH, and he knows it, and he's still using it. Get used to other weapons is like my other major rule when it comes to games. Don't use the same weapon. Regardless on how good you are with it, because what is it really doing? It's just showing you're a piece of crap person, really. See, I'm using a gun that I'm very unfamiliar with, and I'm still getting kills. And there's this guy. He doesn't plant, he just kills enemies. So he's trying to get the kill contracts. But me, I'm trying to protect the bomb. Like we're meant to. Yeah, they have 2 minutes to protect that bomb. But again, they'll sit in the corner as long as they can and make sure you lose. Good players don't continuously kill themselves. And I saw that. He went from drop shot, and this guy's crouch walking. Not a very professional standard move. And I say that because it annoys me when I see enemy players think they're better than you, but really they don't know what the heck they're doing. See? This guy's using suppressed weapon. That's so good as well. And he uses it with a suppressor. Like, the gun that I'm holding right now, this SMG, I can use this with a suppressor. It'll only do like 2 damage unless I have the damage. And it stays at like 5. It's not that good either way. The fire rate is what kills you. The gun itself doesn't do anything. But it's annoying when you see that the enemy team thinks they're better. Using the worst of stuff. So I'm gonna show. This is my class. This is the class that I've been using though for cavalry, which is the shieldy boys, or Spartan method, if you want to call it that as well. If you've been around a while. Even though I'm using a shield, I use one of the worst SMGs, and it's actually pretty good if you know the accuracy and everything. But there are just some people who cannot wrap their minds around trying different things instead of sticking to one gun. So people can stick to like one SMG for the rest of their life. What's the game's worst weapon? What do you mean? You mean in like fire rate, or do you mean like in general it's the game's worst weapon? Because that'll vary on opinion. No gun is ever bad, but no gun is ever great. But the worst weapon, I'd have to say, it depends on if you're good with shotguns or not. But a shotgun known as the blunderbuss. Oh, in general? I actually have no idea. Most people, I think all guns are good. Just most people think, like, I'm using this weapon. This thing with a suppressor does like 2 damage. Bro, this guy didn't even notice, but I was right there as well. No, but the worst weapon in general would probably be like The Panzerstreck. I'd say the Panzerstreck because that thing is so like bad in reload and everything. What is that crap? That was even the guy there. No, that ain't okay. I ain't okay with that. Crouch walk because they can't excuse me? I wasn't really that much sideways. If I was that much sideways, I would be very surprised if they shot me. Okay, that was a bad shot on his part. Alright, yeah, he's still trying. I like how I've already breached the front and everyone else is still trying to get past it. I'm trying to think on how's the quickest way to get around. Riot Shield is always the best. Riot Shield will always outdo anything else that you throw at us. Let's see, so super sweaty. Of course you would. Of course they would. What is this crap? People like that don't deserve this game. I mean, Modern Warfare Remastered is played. It's just not as popular as World War II. But people on here are so much worse. What kind of crap is this? If I get shot through the shield again and I'm holding it up, I'm gonna actually like leave this lobby because there's no way. Like, I'm crouched, you guys can see that. Right? I'm crouched. I'm like trying to make sure I keep it at just the right angle. Excuse me? You did not... What? Of course he did. Of course they did. Alright. Yeah, no, I ain't doing it. No. What is this? Where... When I look over there, he's not there. When I don't look, he's there. He's over there. And I don't know how he's shooting in this, like, odd angle to a point where I can't even see him. No. I am denying that kill for you. I see he's there. But I can't see... Oh my god, he just shot above me. No. Screw you, dude. Where are these snipers? Oh my actual god. No. I'm not okay with any of that. If you're a sniper, you stay on the ground. Cool. I'll just get the sweat players, huh? I'll just deal with that crap. Don't bunch. Shut up. Shut up, dude. You don't know anything about this right now. You don't know anything, General. You may be leading us into battle, but you're not winning us a battle. No. Back up, boy. Go ahead. Push me. I'm actually more annoyed right now. I'm like continuously getting annoyed as much as I possibly can if I get shot by that sniper again. This man isn't a sniper. He's using commando with a Kar 98K. I'm more disappointed at this point than I am anything else. I have never seen such an insulting play in my life, other than like a couple times with the LMG camps. That's like the most insulting besides this one. It is so insulting when you use a Kar 98K as a commando. It is ridiculous to do that. Alright, so we need to go to the other bunker. You guys have a clear path. Go. I ain't gonna lose to these guys. That is absolutely insulting. Don't do that! What? I'm so very tempted to like, I actually wanted to throw that grenade straight down on me. Woosah. Why do my teammates suck? The duck. This is gonna be one of the longest moments of World War II that I've ever had. To much of my surprise, I'm getting killed by a pistol piece of crap PO8 user. I'm like actually getting frustrated. We just need it. Just go. Oh my god. It took us 6 minutes. It took us 6 minutes to take the bunker. 6 minutes. I am like thoroughly enraged. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the mute method, which means I'm gonna unplug this mic. I'm gonna listen to music. I'm gonna figure out what the heck I'm gonna do to them.
Down! Keep pushing! Push the assault! Destroy the comms equipment! Comms equipment down! Equipment destroyed! 5 more! Destroy the equipment! Move! Go, go, go! I'm pinned down! 30 seconds left! Enemy flamethrower observed! Get to cover! 10 seconds left! Equipment destroyed! Radio destroyed! 3 left! Time's up, soldiers! Get that equipment down! Over there! We failed to destroy the enemy communications equipment. Fall back!
Resupply will...
Team deathmatch. Time to show what you're made of, soldier. Recon searching for targets. Move out and take position. Enemy inbound. Dropping Azon bomb. We have fire superiority.